has here is she has so much experience, not just with competing, but with lifting herself. It coaches herself. She knows exactly what she needs to do.
Jackie Malater, 190. Jackie, right in the mix in the 69 kilo class. We have the big three. Any one of these ladies could take it.
Yeah, if we're looking at their PR total, Gabby, Celine, and Jackie only separated by 3 kilos. It's going to be a tight one. Wow.
Yeah, nice smooth opening squat for Jackie.
It is a good lift, 3 white lights, and it's one of those classes, Ryan, that it's going to be a case of who can make the most successful lifts. There's not an opportunity for them to miss lifts here when it is so close between the 3 of them.
When it's a 3-way battle, you got to keep your eye on 2 different opponents. Crunch the numbers. Gabby Martinez, 190 kilos.
So we see Gabby and Celine basically match lift for lift in terms of their strength there.
Following these young ladies online, their prep for this, fantastic. Expect PRs from all of them. Yeah, that's just easy work. Exactly what you'd expect for an opener. Yeah, she's all smiles.
Yeah, placed 4th at Worlds at her debut last year in a very highly contested weight class.
Speaking of Worlds, Celine the Machine hasn't made it to Worlds yet. That's one of her biggest goals. But first, she's got to win the highly anticipated Battle of the 69's, 197.5 for Celine.
Managed to win SPD Raleigh with a 550 total, so looking to up that, as you said, to a ticket to Worlds.
Celine first came in as a 57, then 63, now 69, and been in battles all the way up. She's battle tested. That's quick for Celine as well.
Yeah, she is looking very strong. It is a good lift, 3 white lights. Now, Ryan, the next 3 lifts, I have to say, all the top 369s, all national record attempts, back-to-back on their 2nd round of squats.
Jackie Malater with 2:01, kicking us off with the national record attempt.
And this is how close it is. All 3 lifters are putting up national record attempts on their 2nd round of squats in the 69s.
The crowd responding to the announcement that we have a national record loaded, and the 69's already delivering in the 2nd attempts. This is the level these ladies are at.
Wow.
And Jackie Malater draws first blood.
And I'll tell you what, she does not care. That's a national record. She has her eyes on a bigger prize today.
That's right. That was a small battle won, but the war rages on as 202 being loaded. For Gabby Martinez, the Battle of the 69's, we're only in the 2nd round of squats, already living up.
And
here she comes.
Should it all go well, we'll see 6 record breaks in this flight just from the 69's. All 3 of those 69's hitting in and around their maxes on their 2nd attempt, showing how well the peak's gone for all 3, all coming in strong and hot.
Oh my goodness. And there's more in the tank where that came from. Gabby struts off the platform with the national record. It's all on you now, Celine. 2:08. Whoa.
Let's look at that again.
Yeah.
She did get a call for depth from one of the side referees, but looks like the jury are happy with that. Staying as a national record for Gabby.
Celine now looking to respond. 208 loaded on the bar. Back to back to back national records in the 69 kilo class. Celine wants to head to the IPF World Championship in Germany.
Looking to extend that national record, not just by a little bit, but another 6 kilos on top of Gabby's.
She's going to drive it down the field. Let's see how this goes.
Wow.
Oh, she is strong today.
Yeah.
She is strong today. 3 white lights, and the battle wages on.
And I'll tell you what, effort from Megan there, and not so long after Sheffield. It's been a quick turnaround.
Just remarkable, the second half of career that Megan is enjoying right now. 205, checking me later as we go back into the battle of the 69s. Opting not to grab a chip here.
Yeah, it's a very interesting choice. I just saw that myself, Ryan.
I hope that doesn't come back to bite her. This is a very close battle. Every chip counts.
And of course, this isn't a record attempt, as Celine...
Oh, sorry, there's no record here. Sorry, I forgot Celine had taken it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pete Spence, my producer. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. It's been exciting.
Yeah, I was going to say already 208 currently, the record.
Yeah, that record. Oh, nicely done by Jackie. And 4 kilos, this is how tight it is. It might come down to 4 kilos. It might come down to body weight.
Yeah, and the question that her and her coach would have asked each other was, with a 208.5 there, it would have been a 3.5 extra kilos, which doesn't seem too much, but on top of already a 201 kilo squat, it's a lot.
It's the prudent choice, and this is where we talked about it previously in other competitions. When a record is close and you're thinking 3.5 kilos, should we take it? Should we take it? We might need it. You might reach and overreach, and in something this tight, you're the one who misses and they don't, you fall right back. Gabby Martinez, 210.5. There's the chip we're talking about. It's almost hard to keep track where we're at with this record because it's getting broken possibly up to 6 times this session alone.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. Already seen a record come from Megan Scanlon as well, so potential for 6 records in this flight is phenomenal.
In this flight, then we got the 83s.
Yeah.
My goodness. Record books being rewritten as we speak continuously.
So if Gabby gets this, of course, she gets the record. More importantly, the chip, as she weighed in 69 kilos on the dot, so has no advantage over Jacqueline and Celine.
This chip is pivotal. Oh!
Ryan.
And you gotta wonder, that's 8.5 kilos.
And they didn't need to do 210.5. They could have done 208.5. Would that have been there? It's a question we've got to ask. But that is the first miss from the top 3 there in the 69s, and it could come back to hurt them because she loses not just that, but 8.5 potential kilos.
However, so it's going to obviously inspire Celine and inspire Jackie, but she's not likely to be the only 69 to miss in this battle. You got to pick yourself back up and keep marching. Here she is.
The day is young. Celine looking for 6 extra kilos now, as well as keeping that chip.
214. She just watched Gabby miss. She knows it's an opportunity.
9 kilo PR and puts her into the lead heading into bench press.
Oh, she's strong today. Oh, wow, she had more. She had much more.
A new national record for Celine, and she is in the lead. Yeah, but I mean, talking of benches, if you're going head-to-head with anybody on bench, you're going to have a tough job with Megan Scanlon.
Well, you look to gain kilos in the bench press session. You don't look to gain the win there, that's for sure. You're not out benching Megan Scanlon. Gabby Martinez, 115 in the 69 kilo class.
So missing out on that squat, she's going to want to make sure she collects as many kilos as she can here on bench with a PR of 122.5.
Gabby has a serviceable bench, but surprise, surprise, so does Celine and so does Jackie. She can't afford to miss too many more lifts, but it's a long day, and I'd be shocked if none of the other 69s also miss a couple lifts here and there.
Yeah, where Gabby is slightly behind Jackie on bench, she more than makes up for in her deadlift.
Celine, 120. Celine made some huge strides on her bench press and prep. Look at this. Entering differently. Thought she might do a somersault over the bar for a second there. Celine's bench press in prep for this has gone up huge, 7.5 to 10 kilos. That's massive gains in one prep for a bench press.
Wow. And it is very, very comfortable for Celine.
Just to give you a little bit of comparison, 122.5 was her previous personal best. She just did that with 120. Having a conversation, perhaps how she entered the bench press?
Yeah, you have to enter from the front of the bench. I'm not sure what that conversation was about necessarily, but in any case, another big bencher coming up now.
Jackie Malater, 125. It's a battle of the big three in the 69 kilo class. Jackie, Celine, and Gabby. Jackie, 3 for 3 in the squat event. Broke the squat national record. Didn't stand for very long, but she did. Smooth 125 opener for Jackie.
And it is a good lift, 3 white lights, incremental 2.5.
Well, here's where the conversation starts to head. Does she try to chase down Megan, or does she defend silver? Because if you get overly ambitious and Megan starts pulling away, you start overshooting.
That's the question her and her coach have to have now, and they have to have it quickly, and it looks like they have taken the safer option.
120 for Gabby Martinez. Gabby neck and neck in the battle of the 69s. Only one of them could get gold and earn that Team USA spot. 5 kilo extra moved pretty well for Gabby.
That is a good lift. 3 white lights for Gabby there.
Celine the Machine, 127.5. 5 kilo personal best, and yeah, she's entering differently.
Yeah, another lifter having to adjust after a conversation with the referee there.
I think she should be fine. She ends up in the same spot right here. She just walked into it differently. I think she'll be okay.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you do when you're an elite athlete like Celine. You have to adjust, you have to adapt on the day to the circumstances.
I remember speaking to Celine after last year's Nationals. She was very upset, missed on the opportunity to represent USA at the Worlds, and desperately wants to get her chance. This will help, 7.5 more kilos.
Again, 5 kilo PR, a little shaky on the way up, but still a few kilos there to collect, I reckon.
Jackie Malater, 130 kilos.
This would be 5 kilos below her personal best. Should this go well, perhaps looking to match it today. Held a chip for a short moment. Of course, then losing it on her 3rd attempt, but gaining those 4 extra kilos. I believe her to be the lightest of the 3, however. It has that advantage.
It is that close. It might come down to body weight. Ooh, little hiccup. Was that a pause or was that an up-down?
I'm hoping it's a pause. Unfortunately, no, that was definitely downwards movement and somewhat may level the playing field with Gabby missing a squat. Now Jackie missing a bench.
However,
Sure lifter.
122.5 for Gabby Martinez in the 69 kilo class. Gabby missed her third squat. Looking to go 3 for 3 here in the bench press. It's still very, very close. Not only is she trying to chase down Celine, who's slightly in the lead on the forecast, but hold back the charge of Jackie at the same time.
And every kilo will count. Those 2.5 will be important. As I mentioned before, Gabby weighing in at 69 kilos on the dot, does not have body weight advantage, and it is so close, it might come down to it. So every kilo she can collect along the way will matter.
Celine the Machine, 130 kilos, has not hit this on the platform, but I've seen her hit this in the gym.
Yeah, already hit a comp PR on her second. As you mentioned, Ryan, the only one of the top 369s not to miss a lift yet. Can she keep that heading into deadlifts? It would make a big difference.
I remember at one point with Celine, she had something like a 7 to 8 meet competition run of never missing a single lift. Very consistent. That was a long pause.
And that levels the playing field. Heading into deadlift with all 3 top 69s missing one of their lifts. It was a 2.5 kilo jump. The second was already a PR, so she got absolutely everything she could have out of that bench.
Jackie Malater, 5 kilos she can add onto her total, and she'll need it.
And should she get this, as we said, all 369s going 5 for 6 into deadlifts. Looks much better.
Much, much better. 5 more kilos added to her total, and she's right back in the hunt.
Unless something changed in terms of openers or big misses for Meg, which just seems unlikely. Now they just need to pace themselves to keep that lead. It'll be her vying for silver.
Celine Crum, 200 kilos even. Celine, coming into this, said, deadlift prep has never felt better.
And it is very, very speedy off of the floor and at lockout. And a good lift, 3 white lights.
Jackie Malater up next, 200 kilos for her as well. Easy work. Lots more where that came from.
Yeah, plenty left in the tank. And currently out of the 3 on prognosis in the
confidence. She's not shaken. 212.5 for Gabby Martinez in the 69 kilo class.
I think getting very close to the national record with this already. The records are not on their mind, but the chips probably will be.
Fair statement. All the chips are going to count. Let's see how 212.5 moves.
Like butter, Ryan.
Wow, it's got to be said, of the big 3, hers probably moved the best. Now 215 kilos for her second attempt.
Yeah, and this would give Celine a 556.5 total on her second. And this will be for a national total record as well. Currently leading the charge in the 69s, but it's still very much an open game.
Second attempt, already surpassing your previous best total. Oh, there's more there too, Amelia.
Yeah, and it is smooth. She has not a huge gap between herself and her competitors, but 3 or 4 kilos, which, should she make the last pull, it is a tough gap to close on top of jumps already pretty sizable.
Well, looking to close that gap, Jackie Malater, 215, 15-kilo jump, and that's how you start closing gaps.
Yeah, and if you can see on the screen, if successful, it moves her from third into second. Now be ahead.
Love that overlay.
Gabby.
Helps us do our job there. Yeah, look at that. 15 kilos, third to second. Still got another round to go.
He's a 6.5 behind Celine. If successful.
Wow, 15 kilos barely slowed her down. Jackie still has her eyes on the prize.
And
They're able to grind. She can load up what she needs. Still, we'll see how it shakes up. 227.5 for Gabby Martinez. This will move her, again, one more round of deads to go, but temporarily from third to second.
and maybe had the easiest opener of the entire flight, as well as the heaviest. 227.5 is a huge pull, 5 kilos below her best, and they're gonna all have to get to that top end to fight for the crown today.
The benefit of pulling last, she knows exactly what she needs to load. She's gonna make it onto Team USA and return to IPF Worlds. She's been there before. Can she make it back? Whoa!
Yeah, a big smile at the top, and you can see why it moved just as easily as her opener. Like you said, that is why she represented Team USA last year, Ryan, as we've ever seen from a 63 kilo lifter in the world.
Jackie Malater now, 222.5. Look at Megan carrying her energy right over to Jackie. Wow.
And this, if successful, as you can see, will pull her into pole position for the time being. The first to pull of the big three in the 69s. Will give her a 5:57.5 total, a national record. And then she can just sit and wait to see how the rest unfolds.
Well, temporarily move her into first. She'll do what she has to.
Needs this pull first. 7.5 kilo jump for Jackie.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the 69 kilo class.
Gets her moving, her knees locked.
Oh, just at the lockout. I was about to say Jackie locks it out.
No, her knees locked early. You can see here in the replay, and that would have really hurt her. So Jackie now out of the race. It is a two-woman race.
Still finishes on the podium, needs to be said, in a national level, nothing to scoff at. Celine the Machine now, 225. Currently in first, needs to put this out of reach for Gabby, who has a monstrous deadlift.
Yeah, if Celine pulls this, Gabby would have to pull 242.5 kilos, which is a huge ask. The second was good, but it's still a huge number. Celine Crum to make that a hard pull for Gabby Martinez, looking for the crown today.
These are monster totals. Who is gonna go to IPF Worlds? Celine the Machine.
And she locks it out.
225. The ball is on your side of the court, Gabby.
And it is a good lift, as you said. Now Gabby has to...
Battle of the 69s, Gabby Martinez, 242.5. Can she nudge ahead of Celine Crum? She made easy work at 227.5, but this is a big jump.
This, Ryan, is a mammoth pull. As you said, if she gets this, takes that ticket to Germany away from Celine and will be sent 2 years in a row. The current national champion, looking to keep the crown firmly on her head. She has the last say.
We said it'd come down to the very last deadlift, and here we are. Oh, just a stitch out of reach for her on the day. And Celine Crum, your 63-kilo national champion, realizes 69 clinching her ticket to Worlds. Gabby Martinez behind her, and Jackie Malater just 2 kilos behind Gabby.